Shalom Chaverim, hello friends, welcome to eTeacherBiblical.com. I'm Sigal. Let's talk today about those columns you see so many times in the Bible and also those dashes. Before that, let's look at the text. We're going to open Genesis 4 verses 8 to 11. Vayomer קין אל הבל אחיו, ויהי בהיותם בשדה, ויקום קין אל הבל אחיו, ויהרגהו. ויאמר אדוני אל קין, הבל אחיך. ויאמר, לא ידעתי, השומר אחי אנוכי. ויאמר, מה עשית? כל דמי אחיך צועקים אלי מן האדמה, ועתה ארור אתה מן האדמה אשר פצית את פיה לקחת את דמי אחיך מידיך. And the translation, and Cain said to Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel your brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what have you done? The voice of thy brother's blood cry unto me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the earth, which opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. So before looking at our colons and the dashes, we need to consider several elements within the text. There are, of course, the words, only the words, looking like that, only the letters themselves, nothing on top of that. And on top of that, you can see that you have many points and dots. So let's divide them into two major signs. One of them are indicating the vowel pointing, like this line here, this cluster of grapes here. Many of them would appear below the text. Only one vowel would appear on top, very up high, like this one, which is called the cholem. It makes the O sound. So that's one part of the points and dots. Another thing that you would like to notice is those marking like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Those are called cantillation. We may have separate discussions about it. If you are interested, please send me your comments. That's a very fascinating topic to talk about. And now let's find our colons in the text. But before that, let's talk about the word nekudatayim. Nekudatayim means actually two dots. And how this word is indicating two dots, it's very nice in Hebrew to see that the suffix aim many times indicates a dual noun. For example, if I want to say 2 months, I would say chodshayim. If I want to say 2 years, I would say shnatayim. Even if I want to say bicycles, I would say ofanayim, which actually means 2 wheels. So many times the suffix aim indicates dual noun. It doesn't always the case, because maybe you know the word shamayim or mime, which is not the dual noun, but it is true for many other cases. Now let's look for the colons or for the nekudatayim in the text, and you can immediately figure out what is the purpose of those nekudatayim. So you see one here, you see another one here. You can figure out that the nekudatayim are actually indicating end of verse. So verse chet, which is verse number 8, opens here, ends here. Verse 9, which is tet, opens here, ends here. Now notice that the verses in Hebrew doesn't always accord with logic. Nevertheless, it would be very easy for you to find them by looking at those two dots or the nekudatayim. There is another way of marking the end of the verse, which the scribes did, and this would be maybe our discussion regarding the cantillation. Just for you to see it right now, this is an indication like that, and that's another one here, this tiny line below the letter nun. Also, you are not going to find a verse which contain less than 3 words. Let's continue with the next topic, which is the makef, the dash. So you can see it looks like that. Let me circle it for you so it will be easy to notice it. This is 1, and this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. It's all coming from Genesis 24:36. So what is makef in Hebrew? Makef in Hebrew means encircling or linking. That's why I like to call it a unit connector. It can link 2, 3, and even 4 words. It would appear many times after monosyllabic words, which actually means words that contain 1 syllable only. So whenever you see the makef, you know it creates a phonetic unit, 1 phonetic unit. So let's divide it here, the 2 divisions here. So this is 1 phonetic unit, and this long one is another phonetic unit. That's a valid case in Hebrew to have 1 phonetic unit long like that. What are the implications when we have this makef? First of all, we may have implications with changes in the vowels. The tendency is that the vowels would become shorter. Another indication or implication is going to be with the stress. The shifting of the stress to the second unit or the next unit, not the first one. If you want further information about it, please comment on this video and I'll make sure to make it. So let's find some makefs here in Genesis 4:8-11. I have circled some or marked some of them. One is here, another one is here, another one is here, another one is here, another one is here. Notice that in all of those cases we have monosyllabic units. So monosyllabic unit, monosyllabic word, monosyllabic word. I don't circle all of them, but just for us, for example, to take this, the word et, which is the marker of the definite direct object in Hebrew, it would appear 11,000 times in the Bible, about 11,000 times, but it would many times would add or would attach or be connected with this makef after. So you may find it without the makef, but it would probably be with the makef to show 1 phonetic unit. Now I want to finish this video with a question for you, hoping that you'll give me some of your ideas. What do you think would happen, or what do you think happens here? Let's read together again the verse number 8. And Cain said to Abel his brother, So we do expect to hear what did Cain say. But the text does not show it at all. It just keeps on with the story. So what do you think Cain was saying? Why does the text omit it? I'd love to hear your ideas, your comments, your suggestions to what is happening here, or even just to come up with an idea. What would be Cain's, what was his saying? What did he say? What was his words? So I would like to see you again in our next video. And do you remember how do we say see you later? Yes, this is lehitraot, and I also would like to send you my berachot, my blessings, as toda rabba, so thank you, and